Okay. Gonna start sharing on Facebook Live, ladies.
No. Make it through.
Ashley, will you go and make sure that you share it to like the coalition's page and?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right, ladies. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Miranda Langley, Adolescent Program Director from the Children's Council. We would like to thank you all for joining us for our second virtual parent university. Tonight is the second of a series of conversations that the Children's Council will be hosting over the next few months. Whether you're watching via Facebook Live or through our Zoom, if you would take a few minutes and post your name in the comments section so we know who all is joining us. Also, at the end of the webinar, there will be a link for you to complete a survey for a free gift card. Now I'm going to turn it over to Ashley Melton to introduce our guest speaker for tonight.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley Melton, a program director here at the Children's Council. It is my pleasure to introduce Terri Lee tonight. Terri is the Empowering Communities for Healthy Outcomes State Opioid Response Coordinator at Counseling Services of Lancaster. Welcome.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. I appreciate the introduction, and I want to tell y'all a little bit more about me. I've been the EchoSOAR coordinator for about 1.5 years. I worked at Buford Middle School, taught out there for like 15 years. I've been a wife for 28 years, a mom for 26 years, an aunt for 30 years, a grandma for 8 years, and a daughter, a granddaughter, and sister for 56 years. So all of that to say I've got a little bit of time in prevention because you pretty much start in prevention from the get-go. I do have a PowerPoint that I can hopefully pull up. Or that my cohort can pull up for me. So with all that experience and years comes all right, so we are ready now, I think. Okay, told you a little bit about myself. And then if you're a parent, then you've done prevention too, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight is prevention and how it does work. Whoops, I'll go backwards. Okay. Have you ever told your kids, look at, don't make that face or your face is going to freeze like that? Well, we walk around and we don't see people walking around with their faces stuck like that. So we know that prevention does work. So, prevention is the act of stopping something from happening or arising, which is, that's the time to stop it is before it even gets started. Prevention is educating and empowering people to increase control over their choices to lessen the likelihood of substance misuse. Ben Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. that was his big saying, and it was coined in like 1736 in order to remind the citizens of Philadelphia to remain vigilant about fire awareness and prevention. Well, any kind of prevention this can apply to. So it's easier to stop something from happening in the first place than to repair the damage after it has happened. Okay. All right. So there have been documented prevention efforts, like serious efforts since the early 1700s that we know of that have been documented. There's been books written about it, classes about it. There's Prevention 101, prevention ethics, just all kinds of ways to, I mean, everybody knows some way to try to help prevention, to do prevention. Is that the right word? And at Counseling Services, our prevention education department, we offer a variety of services that addresses the prevention of substance misuse and substance use disorders. We offer evidence-based programs and strategies that are provided in the schools so that the community can be educated in Lancaster County on the potential dangers of alcohol and other drugs. All right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the prevention efforts that we have going on. We have a lot of collaborations, and I'll talk some more about this in a few minutes, but we have some great partners in Lancaster County, and Lancaster County School District is one of them. We were very fortunate that we do get to go in and do a curriculum called Operation Prevention in the middle school. It's like a six session program to teach them real-time kind of stuff about prevention with opioids. And then Too Smart to Start is a program that is done in the elementary school, and we've done that at some after-school programs. We have also done a DITEP training for the school counselors and the school nurses. And DITEP training is drug impairment recognition for
Drug impairment training for education professionals.
Yeah, for education professionals. And I have it written there. I'm so sorry. So the people that are in the schools, you know, the school nurses and the guidance counselors, they got to see actually what some drug impairment would look like. So that was a really good class. We're hoping to be able, you know, if we ever get past this COVID thing, to offer it to our school resource officers so that, you know, they'll have the same information. Also in the schools, we do prom promise. That is done usually right before the prom or the week of prom. Everybody signs the pledge that's going to the prom, saying that they're going to be have a safe, sober, fun night. We want them to have fun, obviously, but we want them to do it safely and sober. And then Red Ribbon Week activities. It's always in October, and it's done normally out at the schools. We'll take a speaker in, or we'll go in and do activities with the students. One of the pictures there shows the drunk goggles, I guess what you call them, with the driving with the impaired golf cart. So they would get, you know, to see how hard it is to drive when they are impaired. The kids get to dress up and do, you know, funny things. They can do sock it to drugs and, you know, mismatched socks, or hats off to being drug free, things like that, to make it really fun for the students. This year, with COVID and everything being virtual, we are going to do some videos to send to the elementary schools, I should say, the middle schools and the high schools, so that they can incorporate them into their virtual lessons and the classroom time. Let's see. We have a program called Preventing Pandemic Exhaustion, which happens to be PPE, which is, you know, the personal protective equipment, but it's also, you know, preventing the pandemic exhaustion, because everybody is kind of wore out from it, and we're trying to connect with people in Lancaster and give them resources to help them during this time, because people need self-care. People need, we need help back to school. We have the school district superintendent on for one of the sessions. Coming up this month, we have Tony Hoffman. He's a world-renowned speaker. He went from prison to the Olympics. He has a very, very good story. So I hope y'all can join us for that. That's Saturday, October the 10th at 10 a.m. and it will be Facebook Live on Counseling Services of Lancaster site. Will it be on the coalitions too? Okay, and so yeah, check with Counseling Services Facebook or Coalition for Healthy. All right, we have an awesome campaign called Take This Time to Talk, which during these times with COVID and stuff, you know, people have been around their families a whole lot more than they normally do. Miss Blair will talk a lot more about this when she's on here next time on Parent University, because this was pretty much her brainchild. But just encouraging our families and our kids to talk about those difficult situations, risky behaviors and stuff like that. So it's a really good program. We also do Learn TV programs. We've done, or sessions, I guess you would call them. The students write the questions and then they have guest speakers on. And we've been on there about several different things. The students at Lancaster High also do PSAs for us a lot of times. And, you know, we share those through the coalition and things like that. Let's see. We recently started a program where we are taking locking pill bottles and dispose RX or Terri bags to the doctor's offices so that they can distribute that with some information to people that they write opioid prescriptions for. Teens are most likely given opioids either after a sports injury or after dental surgery. So these places we're targeting. And if a prescription is written for an opioid, then they'll be given, like I said, one of these disposal devices and a locking pill device to keep your medicines locked safely. And this helps reduce access to medicines, which is one of the big problems. Okay. Each year, the DEA, which is the Drug Enforcement Agency, has 2 national drug take-back days. It's in April and it's in October. The Drug Take-Back Day addresses a crucial public safety and a public health issue. And according to the 2018 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 9.9 million Americans misused controlled prescription drugs. The study shows that a majority of abused prescription drugs are obtained from family and friends, often from the home medicine cabinet. And that's one of our big messages that we do try to get out, is that that's where a lot of people get their medicines from, families, family members, friends, stuff like that. And so, like I said, there's an event in April and there's one in October. This year, April, obviously we had to do virtual. And October, we're still waiting to see exactly what we're going to do. But Lancaster County does have some permanent drug disposal boxes, and I'll get to that just in a second. But wait, I can't see my number. That the DEA has had, and they've been doing this twice a year for quite some time now, is, how many pounds is that? 12,699,456 pounds. That's 6,300 plus tons of prescription drugs that are being brought back in off the streets and being kept out of people's hands that could cause them harm to. In Lancaster County, since we have had our permanent drop boxes and participated in the take back days, we have collected 994.64 pounds. So that's a good thing, getting them off the streets. In Lancaster, we have permanent drop box locations at the sheriff's offices, at the main one on number 9 on Pageland Highway, the Indian Land Satellite Station, and at the Kershaw Station. And all you have to do is walk into the lobby, take your medicine. You don't have to take it out of the bottle. You don't have to mark your names off or anything. You put it in the drop box and it's sorted and counted and stuff later. So, and that way you don't have to worry about it getting in anybody's hands or being put into landfills and getting back into the environment. Our Lancaster Police Department in the city, they have the same thing. It's on Arch Street. You just walk into their lobby and they have it there. No questions asked. People might think that's a strange place, but it's probably the safest and best place to have permanent drop boxes at. And so we encourage anytime anybody has any prescriptions that are expired or that you just no longer taking, that you get rid of. I'm gonna show you some drug disposal systems in a few minutes and how that works. Okay, this is our huge program that we started just very recently. It's called Prevention with a Purpose, and we've been very excited about it. It's a media campaign. It's a community collaboration. All these great partners that we have here, Coalition for Healthy Youth, the Sheriff's Department, the Lancaster Police Department, the school district, and the Children's Council, their own Chamber of Commerce. They're all listed here, and there's tons of them. And I don't want to keep going because I may miss somebody, and I would hate that. But we have, like I said, we have great collaboration with our partners here in Lancaster County. And everybody just really works well together to for the good of the citizens. So what we did was we got together some information about, we got these postcards about educating yourself and your family about the dangers of opioid misuse. A lot of people don't know, and if you haven't been affected, you may never think about that bottle of medicine that's in your medicine cabinet. But it does need to be safely stored away or safely disposed of when it's when you're no longer needing it. And as always, counseling services available to get help with substance misuse. We kicked the campaign off with a coalition meeting and / town hall. We had Mandy Powers Norrell and Brandon Newton as our guest, and they're working very hard in Columbia for us. So they were able to talk about some of the things that are going on down there, and that was a great time. And so then we have these gift bags or gift baskets that we took around to our partners and shared them. And in them is information about our agency and what we do, about the opioid epidemic, some goodies for the people, our little stretchy banner talking about our program. And we've asked people to do pictures with it. So if you have a basket and haven't submitted a picture with your thing, please do that for us and send it to us. But like I said, we're just raising awareness in the community of the prevention efforts that we do have going on. We're always reaching out, trying to reach people, trying to make a difference. We'll come and do presentations. We will, we go to health fairs, community events. We did National Night Out. Like I said, we've done health fairs. We've done senior citizen fairs. Just different events, sharing the information, talking about our lock boxes. And hopefully you can see some of our little options here for some different lockbox options. It's very important that you keep your medicines locked up and away and accounted for so that you know how much medicine that you have. You need to keep an eye on that so that you don't start missing pills and stuff like that. We do a lot of work in the community. We do business covenants where we go around and talk to all the local businesses, the retail establishments that sell alcohol, tobacco, and just help give them information that they need. And they say, they sign a covenant saying that, they'll do what they can to keep alcohol and tobacco out of the hands of underage folks. We do a big Cinco de Mayo event where we put table cards on the tables at a lot of the restaurants that celebrate Cinco de Mayo, letting people know that, to not drink and drive. An Out of Their Hands campaign where students actually go out to the stores and put stickers on the beer coolers and wine coolers and stuff like that, so that people know to be more safe with the stuff. We've done Red Ribbon Week activities in the community, and we're trying to increase those efforts this year, just by raising awareness of what Red Ribbon Week represents. which is, you know, the problems that that drugs and alcohol can cause. We did the Christmas parade this year. We gave out hot chocolate, and we had people do simple surveys for us so that we could find out what people were doing with their opioids. So the best way to find these things out is to go out into the streets and actually ask them. And that's exactly what we did this year at the Christmas parade. Meals on Wheels, we have sent, because a lot of these people are shut in, we sent Terri bags. These are little drug deactivation devices that people can, in their own homes, deactivate their medicine and just throw it in the trash safely so that they don't have to worry about it. Let me see. We've sent out information for Promise Neighborhood. And just like I said, if y'all need us to get the word out for anything, please let us know. We're certainly available as we deal with this COVID thing. I mean, obviously, we're normally out in the community a lot more. We'll do whatever we can virtually or get stuff to people. Let's see. We took some people from the police department to a conference in Tampa this past fall, so that they could get an understanding of a lot of the things going on with the opioid crisis. We are constantly doing learning, a lot of virtual learning these days. We used to go, you know, to a lot of different conferences, but for right now, we're able to do a lot of the virtual stuff. So, okay, reduce access to medications is the important thing. And like I said, these are some of the devices we have. We have a cabinet here with a lock on it that you can, you know, put your medicines in, lock them up, and then you don't have to worry about them. We have these boxes like this that, and then you've got medicines in there. And Lancaster Manor actually, after our little presentation, it's closed, put them in all their apartments there so that their residents could keep their stuff safely locked away. There's things like timer caps where you can set it and it tells you exactly when it was open last, so that if you suspect somebody might be trying to take your medicine or something, you can know exactly how long it's been since the bottle was open. These locking pill bottles are great. It takes the big one though, but I mean, obviously if somebody really wants something, they can take the whole thing, but it's, you know, it's to keep people out of it basically. So let me open this for you and show you. One, I need help with this. 1, 3. Huh?
Combination to open.
Oh, yeah, it's a combination lock. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. It's not liking me. Ah, there we go. So we got it open. And it will fit like a medicine bottle down in there, and you can put it back on and keep it locked up in your cabinet, hopefully somewhere safe. A lot of people will keep their medications out on their kitchen counters. They keep them in their nightstands, in their medicine cabinets in the bathrooms. The best place is to keep them somewhere locked where you don't have to worry about not only small children getting a hold of them, but somebody that might be looking for them, okay? So the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you some of the drug deactivation devices, devices. Like I said, this is the Terri. It is a product that all you have to do is open it and let me put it where you can see. Open this little pouch, and then you take medicine straight out of the bottle. You have to open it. You pour it in there, and this is actually old dog medicine that I found at my house when I was cleaning everything out. But you pour it into the pouch, and it tells you how far to add water in it. It says halfway. It said warm water, but I didn't. These little pouches, and we have these available here if someone needs them, is it'll hold up to 15 pills, 2 patches, or 2 ounces of liquid. So the only thing that the doTERRA stuff will not deactivate is lithium. So I thought that was pretty impressive. So you shake it up, you seal it back up, then you shake it up, and then you just simply toss it in the trash, and you don't have to worry about it because now the charcoal has been activated in it, and the medicine that was in there, it's turned into a solid gel like right now. So you toss it in the trash. It's environmentally safe. You don't have to worry about it. And like I said, it's a piece of cake for that. We have larger ones that hold, more pills. So we have those available if you or anyone that you know needs some. And then you have an empty bottle to get rid of. All right, another product that we have, and I heard about this from one of the police officers in town. He was telling me about it. In fact, he brought me a sample of it, and he said, this is great. You can get this when you get a prescription filled. And some places like Walmart are actually giving them away whenever you get a prescription filled with in their pharmacy. So that's an opioid. We have some of these as well if you know someone that needs them. Now with these, you open the pill bottle. These expired in 2018, so I'm trying to do my duty and get rid of things. Let's see, empty the contents. I have to fill up the vial 2/3 of the way full of water. Oops. Okay, and then you empty the contents of this little pouch. It's a little powder. A lot of powder. Okay, you put the lid on it. Or you shake it up. And it turns into a gel. Looks pretty gross right now. So that way, like I said, once again, you just take the medicine bottle then, and you can toss it in the trash. It's environmentally friendly, and it's into a gel now. That's cool. So that's pretty quick that it deactivates it. This, to my knowledge, does not do patches, but it will do pills or liquids. Okay. So those are some devices, and we do have those available in our office if you know someone that needs them. That we'll be glad to share with you. All right. For all you parents out there, you're the expert on your child. We can't tell you how to raise your child, but we can encourage you to talk to your child. Your kids want to hear from you. They want to know that you care and that you're concerned. Have those conversations. Yeah, sometimes it may be a little hard getting started, but 15 years of being out in the schools has taught me that kids want to talk to their parents. Sometimes they don't know how to start the conversations. Sometimes parents don't know how to start the conversations because they're like, my kid won't talk to me. So you got to meet them where they're at. You have to, you have to ask specific questions. You talk about their friends, talk about, details. And then you'll find out that they really are glad that you care about what's going on. I've heard many times kids go, I don't know about home care. Yes, we do care. I think everybody just gets to the point that they're afraid to talk to each other. But talk to them, get involved, stay involved, check in on their online activities, check in on all their homework. I know a lot of them don't like it when, as parents, we check these things, but it is important to do. Find opportunities to just kind of hang out with them. Okay. Family dinner time. The one of the great things about the Take This Time to Talk campaign is centered around dinner time. If sitting around with your family at least once a week increases their risk, their protective factors. It says children who enjoy frequent dinners with their family are far less likely to develop substance abuse problems in their teens. And 64% of teenagers who ate dinner with their families 5 to 7 times per week received mostly A's and B's, compared to only 49% of teenagers who had family dinners less than twice a week. And that was a study, and there's all kinds of results on it from the Center of Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University. So, I mean, obviously I should have eaten a whole lot better with my parents, because if I'd gotten all A's and B's, that would have been fantastic just from sitting around eating at the table. Oh, that's quick. Questions, answers, comments? Was there any questions in the question box, perhaps?
Yes, Terry, hold on one second.
Okay.
We actually had a few questions.
Okay, good.
You want me to read it? Start,
ahead.
Maria? So Terry, when you were talking about our permanent drop box locations, someone asked, are you not supposed to put pills in the CVS prescription box?
I haven't, I mean, if our CVS has a take back box, that's fine. They didn't used to. But yeah, you can put the pills in the prescription drop box there. You can now take stuff back to the pharmacies and give the pills back to the pharmacist, and they will dispose of them. The doctor's offices, they say they get a lot of people that bring the stuff up there. That's why we try to get them Terra bags out there, Terra bags out to them. So if you don't know what to do with your medicine and aren't comfortable going to the sheriff's department, you can take it to the pharmacies or the doctor's offices.
Perfect. Some people are commenting that since you had your slide up, that when you were showing the doTERRA bags, the and pill bottles, they weren't able to see that. Do you think you can stop sharing your screen and then maybe show those items again?
Oh, sure.
Perfect.
Let's see if I can do this. Because it was huge on my end. All right. So the doTERRA bags, like I said, this is like a medium size, and it holds, you can dispose of 45 pills, 6 patches, or 6 ounces of liquid in it. And that's the one that I did earlier. Oh, here it is. Okay, and it's over here, and it's gel. I did it just a short little while ago. This is one that'll hold 15 pills, 2 patches, or 2 ounces of liquid. So we have 2 sizes right now. And like I said, if you need them, give us a holler. The locking pill bottles. This is the one that I put the dispose RX in. It's already completely gel now. And if you wanted to put it in there that has the pills and put it back in there, lock it. Okay. The timer cap ones are simply like this. And when you open it, or when you put it back on, it starts a timer so that it tells you exactly how long it's been since it's been opened. Okay. Let's see what else. The dispose RX are these little teeny packets like this that you can use on a bottle of pills. It doesn't say exactly how many. Like I said, I do know that it works on pills. I don't know about patches or anything like that. So anything else I need to show? Maybe a little locking cabinet. It can be mounted on the wall. And then this, which locks as well. And it'll fit like in a bathroom vanity cabinet, or drawer even. And it's just real easy to do. You can lock it up. Whoop, and there goes my bottles. Okay. Anything else?
Perfect. We have someone that's asking if you can, do you have any links for the dinner campaign?
The Take This Time to Talk and the family, I do, and I will be glad to share those. I don't have them on here, but I will be glad to share them with y'all so you can put them on Children's Council, and we'll put them on ours as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
Terry, it looks as though we have a lady that's watching in from another county, another school district, which I think is amazing.
Okay.
She had some questions maybe about you doing presentations outside of Lancaster County. Do you think that you could just tell your information so she can contact you?
Sure. It was on the screen, but it's Counseling Services of Lancaster, and my name is Terri Lee. We do have agencies. We don't have agencies, but there are agencies, sister office agencies throughout the state. So their county probably has an agency. A lot of times people just don't know what we do in the county. So it could be very well the same thing. And should I give the phone number, the email? Phone number? Okay, it's 803-285-6911. That's 285-6911. We'll be glad to help answer any questions that we can.
Perfect. It looks like that's all the questions we have right now in the chat box.
Okay. Well, like I said, Counseling Services of Lancaster, you can, hit us through our Facebook page, Counseling Services of Lancaster.org online. Yeah, .org online. Okay. And I appreciate very much. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all working the Children's Council with us all the time, and with the Coalition for Healthy Youth, all the work that we all put in together out there.
Perfect. Thank you, Terry. That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Terri Lee. You did a great job.
Thank you.
So just a few reminders. Don't forget, we will have a link to a survey to complete at the end of this. So take a few minutes, complete the survey, and you will receive a gift card. Also, October 10th, I think that's right, Terri Lee, that they are going to have a Tony Hoffman. He's going to be presenter for them. You can go on to Counseling Services Facebook page and get the information from there. And then Wednesday, October 14th, myself and Lanisha Blair, who also works at Counseling Services, are going to do a Let's Talk. So join us then at 7 p.m. via Zoom or Facebook Live again. And I want to thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys in October.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.